Okay, I'm going to tell you about doc sprints. A doc sprint is an event where a group of really enthusiastic people get together to write docs. A doc sprint could take just a few hours, or it could take much longer. In my case, it was an open source doc sprint, and I ran it over 3 days. The thing about a doc sprint is mine was open source, but you could also very successfully run an event like this within your own company, and you'd get much of the same success using the same techniques. So you may think that the goals of a doc sprint You may think that the goals of the doc sprint are to update docs. And to fix bugs. And yes, that's definitely so, but there's more to it. In our case, the goals were also to engage the community. So you want to tell the people, yes, we have docs. No, the docs are not perfect and they're not complete. And yes, you can update them. And this is how. One thing I also learned from feedback from previous doc sprints is it's actually really hard to sit for 3 days and focus on docs. So we decided to give people lightning talks. Turns out that engineers are really interested in technical writing patterns. So I organized some lightning talks about technical writing and UX, and they were very, very successful. So our doc sprint was very successful. You can see some of the results up there. Apart from the fact that we fixed a whole lot of bugs and wrote some new docs, we had 50 participants, which was many more than I was expecting. They were in 3 separate rooms, one in Sunnyvale, one in Seattle, and one in Chicago. And we also had people sprinting around the world. And we gave people the opportunity to have impact and to expand their own skills by giving lightning talks, and we also generated buzz around the docs. So these 2 screenshots here show some tweets from people in those rooms around the world taking part in the doc sprint. And to me, this was a really special part of it. People said that taking part in the doc sprint gave them more of an idea of what it's like to work in open source, and they feel that they'll continue doing that from now onwards as well. And one of the main goals was to get people to continue updating our docs, and these graphs show you nicely. The doc sprint was in July, and the very end of this graph is July and August, so people continued contributing to the docs after the sprint. These are the commits, which similarly go upwards, which is really nice. So, would you like to run a doc sprint yourself? I have some top hints for you. The main one is to start planning early. So 3 months in advance is not too far ahead. Remember that especially if it's going to be an international doc sprint or a countrywide doc sprint, people may even travel to join you. And so they'll need lots of opportunity to do their own planning. And then the most important thing is to have a plan for what you want to achieve during the doc sprint. And I called my plan a wish list. Create a wish list of all the new documentation that you would like to write, and also of all the bugs that you would like to fix. And collaborate on that wish list with all the people in your community. So think about developers, engineers, product managers, sales engineers, anyone who may be interested. They can contribute to the doc sprint either by helping you build up your backlog or your wish list, or by taking part in the doc sprint, or both. And in fact, if they've contributed to the wish list, then they're more likely to take part in the doc sprint. And then pay attention to the humdrum stuff. Don't forget to book all the rooms you need. Organize food if you're going to supply food. Put up notices telling people where to go and that kind of thing. No one will do it better than you. And that extra, so consider having lightning talks, helping people to learn on the sprint, and prizes and food if your budget extends to it. So if you'd like to know more, the first link on this slide is a blog post with lots of details on how to run a sprint, and the second one is a link to this slideshow. Thanks.